Welcome to today's live discussion from Bhagavad Gita as it is. We are discussing chapter 16 at the moment, the divine and demonic natures, and we discussed up to text 5 yesterday, and we will continue from there. And verses 1 to 9, as we already been saying, are all about the divine and demonic qualities, the godly and the ungodly qualities which we all have. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langadeke. Yat Kripatamam Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanyeshwar. Hari Om Tat Sat. Verse 6. Dvau bhuta sargau lokesmin daiva asura evacha Devo vistarashah prokta asuram partha me shrinu. O son of Pritha, in this world there are two kinds of created beings. One is called the divine and the other demoniac. I have already explained to you at length the divine qualities. Now hear from me the demoniac. Verse 7. Pravritim cha nivrittim cha janana vidurasuraha na shaucham na pichacharo na satyam teshu vidyate. Those who are demoniac do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness nor proper behavior nor truth is found in them. Verse 8. Asatyam pratishtham te jagadahur nishwaram aparaspara sambhutam kimanyat kama hetukam. Translation. They say that this world is unreal, with no foundation, no God in control. They say it is produced of sex desire and has no cause other than lust. Verse 9. Etam drishtim vashtabhya nashtatmano alpabuddhayah prabhavantya yuga karmanah akshayaya kshayaya jagato ahita. Following such conclusions, the demoniac, who are lost to themselves and who have no intelligence, engage in unbeneficial, horrible works meant to destroy the world. Verse 10. Kamama shritya dushpuram dambhamana madanvitah mohad grihita vasad grahana pravartante shuchivrata. Taking shelter of insatiable lust and absorbed in the conceit of pride and false prestige, the demoniac, thus illusioned, are always sworn to unclean work, attracted by the impermanent. Okay, so we were discussing about the divine and the demonic qualities yesterday. In first verse, we know Lord told us all about the the divine qualities, and now we are on verse 6. Verse 6, Bhagwan is saying, O son of Pritha, in this world there are two kinds of created beings. One is divine, one is demoniac. And Lord has already explained the qualities of the divine up to verse 5. Now God is going to tell about the demoniac. Lord has assured Arjun that he is born with the divine qualities and there's nothing demoniac in him, and if he's going to take part in the war, he's going to do that because that is his varnashram, that is his kshatriya dharma. He has to perform. That is his prescribed duty. The divine are living lives with the regulated regulations to live, but they are the so-called asuric. In the Vedas, it is told to us that both the devatas and the daityas, they are born of Prajapati. The only difference is that one class, which is the devas, they obey the Vedic injunctions, the Vedic rules, and the daityas or the asurs or the demons, they do not. Verse 7, Bhagwan is telling Arjun that the demoniac, they do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Their behavior is not proper, they don't believe in cleanliness, and they don't follow the truth as well. There is no truthfulness in them. So these are the characteristics of the demons Bhagwan is telling, or the demonic in Kali Yuga. If anybody is found with these qualities, they are also known as one with the demonic nature. So it wouldn't be following the simple activities of keeping their body cleansed, changing their clothes, brushing, bathing, cleaning teeth, shaving, etc., etc. And one who is following the prescribed way of living life, following the cleanliness, and of course reciting and chanting the Mahamantra as well. They are doing the internal cleaning of themselves. They are the divine. The demonic nature will be completely opposite. So the divine, they are not going to suppress the ladies. They are going to give them freedom, and they're going to be looked after, and their children are also going to be looked after. And the demons are completely opposite. They would be neglecting all these things, and they'll be abandoning the ladies and not being looked after, which is completely opposite to the Manu Samhita, which actually lays down all the injunctions for the human beings how to lead their life. So demonic people, their lives are very miserable at every step. In verse 8, Bhagwan is telling all about the scientific glamour. Bhagwan says to Arjun that the demonic will say that the world is unreal, with no foundation, no God in control. And the demonics also say that this world is produced of the sex desire and has no cause other than the lust. So this is what their outlook on life is. So this word used by Prabhupada is very famous. It's quite a mouthful one. Phantasmagoria. So they say this world is like that. There's no cause or effect, no controller, no purpose, and everything in this world is unreal, and it's all due to the material actions and reactions. Everything is created in this world, and they have their own theory behind everything. For them, there's no spirit, no matter, and they don't accept the supreme controlling and proprietorship of the Lord as well. But I think now slowly it's all changing. Some are understanding that there is a big energy behind which is controlling everything. So let us see what they will come up next with the scientific fraternity. And they don't believe many of them, they don't believe the existence of soul and so on. And they don't believe in the words of Krishna, as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Maya Dhakshena Prakritihi Suyate Sa Characharam. Under my direction, the whole material world is moving, Bhagwan says. But the demons, or the ones with that kind of knowledge, that kind of intelligence, they don't believe in that. They have their own theory for everything. They don't believe the scriptures at all. Verse 9, Arjun is being told by Bhagwan that following such conclusions, the demoniac, who are lost to themselves and who have no intelligence, engaged in unbeneficial, horrible works meant to destroy the world. So what they do is they just keep themselves engaged in crazy activities which is causing the downfall of the world and destroying it slowly, as we see lots of things going around us and how the forests are being destroyed, and okay, they are being replanted as well, but still destruction is more than the reformation, so as to say. So they are devoid of their normal reasoning, normal sense. They're just more prone to violence and meat eating and killing and destroying everything without thinking that even the animal which is being killed for their sense gratification has also got a soul, and they also have Paramatma living inside them, and they just take on the sinful reactions on them this way, and wars between the world and how much agony it brings to the people and how much destructions it brings about, and what kinds of miseries are created. So all these are the classic signs of the ungodly or the godlessness among the people. This is the demoniac nature. In verse 10, Bhagavan is saying to Arjuna that taking shelter of the insatiable lust and absorbed in the conceit of pride and false prestige, the demoniac, thus illusioned, are always sworn to unclean work attracted by the impermanent. So the mentality of the demoniac is described in verse 10, that demons have no end to the lust or their desires. Their desires are, they've got crazy desires, the lust, their what they say is kama vasana and all that stuff has got no end. The more they enjoy, the more they want, and this is how the illusion is. Maya Devi tests the devotees, but Maya Devi has kind of given up on the demoniac nature people, we can say, and they just make their own gods. They won't believe the power of the Supreme, but they just create their own God and their own beliefs, and all they attract is it towards the enjoyment, sense gratification, and they're just attracted basically to, in other words, to the women and just accumulating the material wealth. These are the two goals they have got. So the Ashuchi Vrataha, they have got the unclean vows. Their vows or their pranas are all unclean. So we can say the demonic or Asuri Prakriti people are only attracted to the wine, women, gambling, and meat eating. And they have got unclean habit. They are induced by pride and prestige, and they have created their own religious principles, and they are supposed to be the most lowly kind of people in the world. They create a false sense of honor for themselves in this world, and they're gliding towards their own degradation, own downfall, and despite doing all these wrong things, they keep considering themselves to be very, very advanced. That is how Maya is. Lord will give us whatever we desire. If we want to have that kind of, if we have that kind of mentality we are born with, then we'll be given those opportunities to advance in. But if we understand our real position in this world, then also Lord is going to give His mercy through some devotees, the association, through the holy name, through the scriptures, of course through the prasad and the Ekadashi fast. So with this I'm going to finish today's discussion. We will continue from verse 11 next time. Thank you for joining. Hari Om Tat Sat, Hare Krishna. And tomorrow is Safala Ekadashi, just a reminder. So I'm very happy Ekadashi to all of you who are observing. Please look at the GCal calendar or your local ISKCON temples for the fast opening times, because they are always different for different cities. So, Hare Krishna.